Welcome to the Ambitious Coach Podcast. This is a place where driven, determined coaches learn how to get off the business growth struggle bus and learn how to build a wildly profitable online coaching business. I'm your host, Allison Henderson, corporate dropout to six-figure social media business coach. I'm going to show you how I've been able to create the business of my dreams organically, all through utilizing my social media platforms. So pull up a seat, take some notes, and get ready to see your life and bank account transform. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Ambitious Coach Podcast. This episode, I'll be diving into content. Content is probably the most important piece of your strategy. And maybe you are slacking on this a little bit, or maybe you are so on your content game that you're like, Allison, I post every day. I do all the things. But maybe it's not really converting into anything. So after this episode, you are going to be on fire and ready to get moving on creating some content that is really inspired by your soul and going to help you get on more sales calls. But first, I'm so excited to share that enrollment is officially open for the Ambitious Coach Mastermind. This is a 6-month coaching experience with me that is a hybrid of one-on-one and a group experience. It includes business trainings, personalized strategy, and getting aligned with your truest desires so that you can manifest the life that you keep obsessing over. Within the 6 months, you get monthly one-on-one calls with me, a group hot seat Q&A, a business training on a topic I know you're consistently struggling with, and one-on-one voice and text support. You'll also get a full personalized 30-day visibility activation plan after our first call so that you are so clear and ready to move forward and scale to your next level. This program is designed for you to make big, bold moves, stop playing small, and really expand to your next level so that you can start making the money that you want to make and sign more clients. Whether you're a newbie entrepreneur or someone who's already super successful but would like to know how to scale and double your income, this mastermind is the room you need to be in to get to your next level. So to learn more about this opportunity, click the link in my show notes and book your sales call with me. Okay, so let's get into today's episode, which is how to create content that converts. So whether you've been super consistent or not, you know that content is one of the biggest building blocks of your online business. Your content does that heavy lifting for you and can quickly turn someone who's a cold lead, so that's somebody who doesn't know you at all, into a hot lead, which is somebody who knows you and knows they have a problem and is ready to solve that problem as soon as possible. So I'm personally someone who's always marketing to someone who knows they have a problem and is actively looking for a solution. So a cold lead might not actually understand they have a real problem yet. And that's fine, but they can come on your profile and kind of rummage through your content and actually see and make a wise decision in themselves to say, yes, I think I have a problem. So a lot of your leads may still need that quote unquote convincing if they have a problem in the first place. And to me, I'm not really trying to convince someone that they have a problem or convince them that they need a business coach. So if you're creating content that's like, how to know that you need a business coach? Like, no, we're not doing that. I want you just talking to somebody that already actually wants to hire a business coach. Does that make sense? So, I mean, insert your type of coaching there, but I'm always marketing to someone who actually wants support with their life and sees the value in having someone walk the walk with them. Someone who sees the value in getting coached and having another just set of eyeballs on everything in their life and in their business. Someone who really does want someone to call them out on their BS when they're like maybe creating a ton of excuses to why they're not doing the things that they need to do in order to make the money they want to make. I mean, obviously, once again, this is more for business coaching, but like insert what you know the big excuses are for your clients. So we aren't really trying to quote unquote, once again, convince somebody that coaching is their next step. You want to work with somebody who already knows that coaching is the next step. And they just have to make that confident decision that you are the person that they really want to work with. So how do we do that though? Because that's usually the question, like, okay, Allison, but how do I actually get people into my coaching container? So we got to start by creating content where people can actually see your face and hear your voice. You can't be hiding behind the camera. I've said this a lot on this podcast, but I still see it every single day when somebody posts on Instagram where I go look at their profile and I go, I don't even know who this person is. I'm not seeing their face anywhere. If it's like 1 out of 10 posts, I see their face, I'm still like, nope, that is not enough. We need to see your face everywhere. So if no one knows who's behind the profile, then they're likely not going to convert into a paying client for you. We hire a lot based off of energy. You probably have heard me say this. Energy is a big piece of why somebody buys you because it actually gives them an indication of, do I like this person? Do I like their vibe? And a lot of you aren't letting your followers get to see that on a deeper level. So I want you also, this is, I guess, number two, if we're going like by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. Number two, I want you having a spot or somewhere where they can kind of pull up a seat. And what I mean by this is, where can you invite them so that they can get a chance to get to know you on a deeper level, feel into your energy, and have some sort of transformational experience or just some sort of shift that helps them decide if you are the coach for them or not? Where can they come and learn from you? Does that make sense? So for me, I have this podcast. I also come on Instagram stories. I have a free Telegram group, which I actually just started. So if you're listening to this and you're like, Allison, I didn't know you had a Telegram group. I do. It's a free group where you can come. Just click the link in my show notes to join. But it's really important that you have somewhere for them to come. You can host masterclasses. You can have challenges, things like that. But there's a lot of different ways for you to do this, but pick something. And I want you to be consistent with this. This isn't something that you can just do like once a year. This is something actively every single month that you're inviting somebody to come into, to have them learn from you and to really feel into who you are as a coach. And I know a lot of you want to see your leads. Like you want to see the people that are actively wanting to learn from you and to hire you realistically, right? You want to see their names. You want to see who's quietly obsessed with you. You know what I mean? And in order for you to do that, you will need to host something so that you can see them. So you can see the names and see their faces. And not all of your leads you are going to see. And I say this a lot too, where a lot of your clients are going to come out of absolutely nowhere. But I know a lot of you want to have a more predictable business where you can see who's actually paying attention to you. So you'll need to have these sort of things that people can attend or sign up for. Once again, that they can kind of pull up a seat and learn more from you. Okay. So host something, like really get that on your calendar today. It could be literally 7 days from now, you host a masterclass. Invite your followers, send them DMs, inviting them to come, send them out to your email list, get more people interested in your coaching services. All right, the next one. I want you to stop trying to be so professional and to feel like you need to say everything right. I like almost dare you to be misunderstood, okay? And I had to do a really good exercise with one of my clients this week because she was just sounding really professional in her content. Like it almost sounded like she just was a doctor that got out of med school. Like she was using a lot of industry jargon and just words that like to a normal person, they wouldn't understand. And honestly, I just didn't feel her personality in her content at all. So I did an exercise with her, which I was like, hey, imagine if you just had a couple glasses of wine and you're talking to your best friend. I wanted the content to come out just with like zero judgment. I wanted it to flow and I wanted her talking like she was speaking to someone who really maybe only knows the basics of what she was really talking about, but also say things how she really wanted to say them. I wasn't promoting for her to like go out drinking and having like a big bottle of wine or something like that. But realistically, I just wanted her to get out of her head and let the words flow. And sometimes I really think about that, like, you know, you have like liquid courage there. Like you can kind of free flow a little bit when you just let go of that need to be like perfect. I guess that's the word for it. Like just that feeling of, oh, this needs to come out so perfectly for someone to hire me. And the best posts that convert are honest posts where the audience feels so seen. Like this lady must be inside of my head. Like she knows all of my thoughts. And I'm sure you've heard that before, but really, how can we get more of that connection with our audience? Like, can you tell stories from your childhood? Could you share something that was really interesting to you? Or maybe it was a really hard time for you. I'm not saying like share your worst moments of your life, but sometimes we got to hear those sort of things in order for somebody to go, she gets it. She knows what I'm going through right now. And this honestly just builds trust too, right? This is what has people obsessively checking out your sales page and your Instagram stories every day because they know you get them. You understand their life. And also people buy who they want to become. I know that's really hard for us to sometimes wrap our head around because we don't necessarily want to be influencers all the time, right? Like coming on there and showcasing our, you know, our new shampoos and our new soaps and all these random things that we do daily, right? But share how you were able to get over a challenge. Share a mindset block or a fear that maybe you still hold on to today and how you work through that. Share your life and why it's so amazing now, because maybe you were able to use some of the tools that you teach inside of your program. Like I really love sharing how my business allows me to stay home with my family. It allows me to travel, allows me to have time freedom. It allows me to have lunch with my husband like almost every day. It has helped me pay off so much debt and to buy coaches that continue to transform me and up-level me. I love that I'm able to buy things for my health and for my mental health. I love that I have this resources to invest in myself and continue to just be a better coach And that helps me make a lot more money, right? So when you showcase the other side, they can see themselves in your story. And if you're like, Allison, I don't really have this like traumatic story, or like maybe you don't really relate to your ideal client, because that is sometimes the case too, you can share your client stories. I just want them to see themselves in your content some way or another. Like, what are their goals? How are you helping them achieve their goals? And you can utilize your client stories to do that, okay? I want you thinking of your content almost like a mirror. Like, you want to reflect back to your followers and your audience what their life could be like. But also, like, think about their thoughts. Think about their feelings. That is still really important. And I know pain point marketing is kind of looked down upon, but like, guys, we got to talk about how people are feeling every single day. Because guess what? We hire people to help us not feel a certain way anymore. We help people to help us evolve and to be better versions of ourselves. So your audience is looking for somebody to mirror back to them what their thoughts are right now. I'm hoping I'm making sense here, because your content is going to move people to take an action. They are going to want to see themselves inside of your content. So what have they tried? What are things that they're currently doing to help with this problem? Why hasn't it worked? And I want you really explaining that. So those are little tweaks that you can make in your content to make it highly converting for you. Also, another type of post that is highly converting is those unpopular opinions and those hot takes. And I'm sure you've seen those posts where someone says something a little controversial. So that might make you like kind of, I don't know, cringe, a little cringe inside. But these position you as an expert and really showcase your thought process. People are signing up because they like the way you think. They like the way you say things. They like your energy behind your business. And it's not just because you say that you're a coach. And I've said this a lot on my podcast and in my content overall. A lot of people are going to hire you over everybody else simply because you have allowed them to fall in love with you. You've allowed them in. You showcased pieces of you. And these posts are typically avoided, like the hot take sort of posts, because people are afraid of the negative comments. They have this fear of being judged. They have this fear of being misunderstood. They have this fear that people are going to come at them for their opinion. And that just makes people want to throw up, right? Like, and I get that. I get that. No one wants to not be liked. But guess what? You're going to be okay. You are going to be polarizing to people no matter what. Whether you say the negative opinion or not, they can literally just judge you based off of how you look. Unfortunately, that's just the nature of human beings. So anyway, these are just a few ways for you to get started. I want you just being more intentional with your content. Yes, educational content is still great. I'm going to keep shouting that from the rooftops, because obviously this podcast episode is very much an educational podcast episode. A lot of my most shared posts and my most liked posts are ones where I'm teaching you something. So I still love teaching, okay? And I want you to still do that. But also I want you giving people a chance to get to know you. The woman and the mom behind like Allison Henderson Coaching, like I want you knowing who that is. I want you to hear my voice. I want you to see my face. I want you to really know that I take my business seriously and I want to make all your dreams come true, right? Like I say that all the time. Like I just want to make your dreams come true. And I really want you knowing that I know what I'm talking about here on the internet, right? So you can also do this too. But where are you going to do this? So this is like where I want you kind of putting some things in your calendar. And I want you still showing up every day on your content. Like it's really important that you are taking your content really seriously this year. So if you are someone that really wants to go deeper with content creation, maybe you haven't been really consistent because maybe you just really don't know what to say, and that's okay too. Or maybe you have been consistently creating content every day, but it's not converting. That's also a big struggle with people right now. So I want to help you create your own content strategy that really highlights your strengths, really goes deeper with you as a person, and have you come out of your shell and speak the truth, really share what you want to say. And also me showing you too, these are the posts that are highly converting and that are going to help you get on more sales calls. So if you are looking for help right now, the Ambitious Coach Mastermind is where you are going to want to be. Enrollment is open. This is an evergreen program, just meaning that you can sign up at any time. But I don't want you waiting. This is your time to transform your life and transform your business. So if you want to learn more about this, click the link in my show notes to learn more. And if you have some questions, you can DM me on Instagram at AllisonHenderson_coach. Okay, everyone. Thank you so much for listening. Go create some content today. Happy selling, and I will see you again next week. Bye, everyone. Thank you for listening to the Ambitious Coach podcast today. A couple favors before you go. If you found this episode helpful, please take a screenshot and share it on Instagram. Most importantly, don't forget to tag me at Allison Henderson _coach. That's ALLISON Henderson _coach. And lastly, please take a minute to rate this episode and leave a raving review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you tune in to listen. Okay, ambition is great, but it's time to get to work. Take action and commit to being 1% better every day. Once again, thank you for tuning in, and I will see you again next week.